Okay, it's time for another Star Trek, the animated series episode. Today we're watching episode 7, The Infinite Vulcan. But it says a mad scientist has developed a race of intelligent plant life. So I'm not sure how those two things connect. Also, it's kind of early in the morning, so I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'll be right back.
Final frontier.
Got my coffee.
Captain's log, stardate 5554.4. The Enterprise has been ordered to survey a new planet recently discovered at the periphery of the galaxy.
We are being scanned. I mean, I'm not sure why they're surprised. Like, they're literally running around the planet scanning things. Like, why are you surprised? Sulu got poisoned. It's gonna be fine, though. Like, it's gonna be fine. McCoy, why you gotta be so grumpy? You just said you can't save him. Now, the little plant alien offers to save him, and you're like, no. I can't let you try and save him. I don't know what you're doing. Humanoids brought disease to their planet. Just bringing diseases and killing everybody. Yeah. Feels pretty on brand. It's a little plant dragon. Like, it's flying, but it's a plant. It's the cutest thing. I want one. I would like one as like a pet. I don't think it would make a very good pet, but I want one. There's a weapons deactivator in effect. They can't use their weapons. I love that. I need more of that. I want. Why doesn't that pop up in like every show? Sorry, no phasers. The little dragons stole Spock. They're apparently trained. See, they would make good pets. I mean, what do you feed a plant pet, though? Like water, soil. They're not really in soil because they're flying. Some plant food. Sunlight. I can do this. This kind of feels a lot like Spock's brain already, because, like, he's kind of been kidnapped for his brain. But of course, Kirk has to go save his best friend. You know. You gotta. It's a human behind it all. So this crazy human might be Caniculus, who would have to be 250 years old from the eugenics wars on Earth. Fantastic. That's what we need. That's what we need. Or he's a clone. So Kirk, Sulu, and McCoy have been back down to the planet with special not weapons that Scotty made. I'd love to see where this is going. They found Spock! Sort of, kind of on accident. It's very Spock's brain. Like, very Spock's brain. Something happened to his brain. They made a Spock too, and he's giant. Why? I would like a logical reason for making the clones giant. Like, I can't think of a logical reason that they need to be bigger. So the mystery weapon was a weed killer spray, and they just used all of it. Fantastic. They're fighting plants. They're fighting plants. It's kind of funny. Like, giant Spocks still don't make sense. Perfectly illogical. Like, a giant Vulcan is not gonna go around creating peace. Like, that's their plan. It's not gonna work. That's not what Vulcans do. I see flaws in their plan. So giant Spock mind melded with tiny Spock, and now there are two Spocks. This is exactly what the world needs. Now I'm on board with this. Two Spocks is great. Well, that's the end of the episode. They're just gonna leave giant Spock there with Caniculus to try and help the little plant people. I'm not sure I like that ending. I will say overall it was a cute episode. They're really, really short, so I mean you can't fit a ton of plot in them. I'm not sure why Kirk and McCoy and Spock were so surprised by plant aliens. I feel like that should come up more often. But I guess it really doesn't. But yeah, I think there should be more plant aliens. I liked that. And then Kirk kind of just talks for a while. And does not logic his way out of a situation, which is impressive. Normally he does. It's really Spock. His brain inside his giant clone is like, no, this doesn't really make sense. This isn't logical. It would be kind of great though if, aliens would stop kidnapping Spock for his brain. If I had a nickel for every time Spock was kidnapped for his brain, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's really weird it happened twice. I do like though that Spock's brain is like the reason why they kidnapped him, but also the reason why their whole plan didn't work. It's so weird to think of this plant species was on the verge of sending out like an invasion force to subdue the galaxy and force them into peace. And they were prevented from doing this by a human bringing a disease to them. And then the human was like, oh no, I'm gonna try and fix this. I mean, they did get lucky though, because the human stayed and helped them and cloned himself 5 times to help them. And then cloned Spock to help them. And it does work out for them in the end because Caniculus and Spock, both the clones, stay on the planet. So I guess if anyone is going to figure out how to restart their species, it would be Caniculus and Spock clone Spock, giant Spock. It was not my favorite animated episode so far. There were others I liked a lot better. However, I would say it is better than some TOS episodes. So, not my favorite animated, but not the worst Star Trek I've ever seen. So, I did like that Sulu was, hanging out in this episode. We haven't really got to see him a lot. So that was really cool. Hopefully we see more of him. So that's the end of this episode. Tune in next time and we'll talk about the animated series Season 1, Episode 8. I'm really looking forward to it.